Okay, 1 series is a pretty easy one to do. 1 series and 2 series. Just taking everything out of the bag. We've got the Wi-Fi aerial and the GPS aerial. These are marked on the screen where they plug in, which one is which. Actually, this one is blue, so that one's easy, and the other one is the screw-on one. You've got USBs, which I normally plug into the back of the screen and run the cables sort of down to here, so they stick out down here in the trim. Sometimes you can put them in the glove box, but I don't think there's any access in this one, so it's not so easy. And your main harness, which is this one, that once you take this unit out, that plugs in, and then obviously the plug that was in there goes into this, and that runs up to the new screen. So that bit's pretty easy. And then just the aux cable. You may need this, you may not. You may find that the music already works for the new system once you change it to aux. If the music isn't working on the new system, so no audio, you'll have to plug this into the harness where it says audio out there. So one end in there and the other end, pass it down, run it under this trim, and then pass it up to here where the aux cable is. So you're gonna have to plug that one in to get audio. But some 1 series, some 2 series, you don't need this, some of them you do. I haven't figured out what exactly is the difference yet. So you have it just in case, you might not need it. And then unplugging it all, it's pretty easy. This can just be pulled out with your hands. So you just get your fingers behind it. And that pops out. Just like that. That then unscrews with these 2 T20 screws. So you need a T20 screwdriver or a bit. So you unscrew this to unplug it. Down here you give this bottom panel a pull. So that bit's loose. And then you go about unscrewing this middle panel as well, so you can plug in the stereo. So again, it's all T20 screws, all the same. You pull that out and then we can start plugging everything in. Running wires, plug it all in and swap the screen over. All right, so just showing you all the connections, it's all plugged in. So I've taken out the plug from the main one, and I took out the 2 little fiber optic cables, these 2 that are enclosed in the split tubing. If you have them, you need to take them out of this original plug, and you need to carefully put them into the new plug in the same spot. This has to be done for you to have audio. So if you don't have audio, you may not have moved these wires correctly. So we put our harness in, we leave alone all these other plugs, leave them all alone. We're only going to touch the main harness. Change the plug over, change the fiber optic if you have it. If you don't have it, don't worry. We've run it up to the top where I've plugged everything into the screen. So the main power, the USBs. This one is empty, that's fine, that's normal. The main display plug, the GPS plug, and the Wi-Fi that's screwed on there. These can be stuck down any flat surface. I've just stuck them down any flat plastic surface, doesn't matter. Can be underneath the dash, that's fine, just out of the way somewhere. Okay, so that's it. If you're using an aux cable, you want to have the aux cable in here, run it under here, pass it up through here. See, I've passed the USBs up through here as well. I can pass the aux cable up here, and I can plug it into this audio out here. Okay, this one. You may not need this. I didn't need it in this model. I just plug and play, the audio already works. So you change it to the aux on the BMW iDrive, you change it to aux. If there's music playing on your new Bluetooth, then it's working. If there's no music and you've moved these over, then you need to also use an aux cable. So I don't know why which ones need and which ones don't. It seems a bit random. But if you do, you need to plug one here, as I say, run it under here and plug it into there, this aux cable, and then you'll have audio. So if audio is not working, definitely check the aux cable, definitely check the fiber optic cables. If they're in place, you'll have audio. So then we're just going and putting everything back. That clips into these 2 clips on the back, and then screws in the same way. And then we're just going to pop everything back in the same way as well. Quickly as well, if you are putting a reverse camera, I've wired it to this blue wire marked CCD12. So ignore the one that says, red one that says excess, ignore that, and ignore the brown one that says back. Just use the blue one here. I've used CCD 12 volt. Can't really see the label, but it's the blue one, CCD 12 volt. I've put my reverse camera into there, and then I've run it underneath the steering wheel, out the side here. run the cable along all the top, underneath everything. Keep running it along, pop out here, wiggle this out to pass the cable down through here, pop this black box out from here, and then you can pop on the grommets off down there and run the cable out. And then when it's out, you literally just pass it through from behind, pass it up to the license plate, take one out and just pass the cable through there. And then I've made my connections there and screwed my camera on there. So if you're not using a camera, don't worry about it, but if you are, that's the best, easiest, fastest route. Okay, now finally set up. So I put everything back where it came from. It's all screwed in, it's all clipped in. Turn on the screen. First you want to check, after you've checked for the audio, so you go media, radio, car info, it gets you into the original iDrive. And then obviously you can change it to media here to get the new system going. Like I said, even if you're not using the aux cable, you still have to change it to aux or there'll be no audio. This has to be done to have audio. So you change it to aux there. And now when you touch anywhere on the screen, it will take it back to the new system. And then you can test out your audio to Bluetooth audio to make sure the sound's coming through. If your display isn't showing correctly, so now it's set up to be the small screen, but if you had the Pro screen or a different screen, you might have to change the resolution. So if it's not quite right or it's a bit off or cropped or something, then you go into app settings. Actually here on the menu you can go app. Where is it? System settings there. So on the main screen, keep scrolling over to system settings. If you don't like the theme, by the way, you can change it. So you've got 3 themes there. Setting. Just checking something there. In the settings, you can change it to be, so no, it's a UK car. So you go into specific. You driving position right, then that makes the doors the right way around because they might be swapped at the moment if it's stood in left. Original DPI, so here is where you go in and change the resolution. So if it's not displaying and not displaying well, you need to just try out all the different autos. If you click this top one, it will cycle through them, and when it's found the one that's correct, you know which one it is, it'll be ticked. So that's how you sort that out, or it might just work plug and play like it did for this one. And then split screen, turn that off. Change the speed to miles an hour, fuel to UK gallons, and that's it. If it's a 5-door, change to 5-door. If it's 3-door, change it to 3-door. So then the back doors will display if they're open. Other than that, the audio, the iDrive, everything's displaying, then you're all good to go. And then your camera, if you've put a camera on, make sure camera power is ticked so that it triggers when you put it in reverse. If you've already got a camera, or if you've already got parking sensors, you have to tick original camera. See, and then it changes it back to the original system. If you're using an aftermarket camera, so one of our cameras, you change it back to add camera, and then you've got to set the right resolution. See if it's CVBS at the moment. By default, that means if I'm using an HD camera, it's not going to work. It's just going to show that. So if you're seeing that, it means you've connected it all right. It's just the wrong resolution. So you go back into there, and then ours is a 720p. You might have a 180p. Usually, but in this case it's 720p. So change it to 720p. Now when you put it in reverse, it's good as gold. If you've got parking sensors, they'll display here as well. You can turn that off here and there. Okay, so that's the 1 series installation.